So here we are at the old house built about 200 years ago, the Napoleon time, and this is, well, my family's old house. So here's my mother and father. Well, it's my mother's side of the family. It's Serenic now. It goes back, but this is an old land here, and the vineyards, and my grandpa used to have the vineyards here, and then yeah, a long time ago. But anyways, this area here. So yeah, this is my family's land, but this specific area here, starting from here, pretty much, and then all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, that's actually specifically under my name. So there's an acre here, and then there's another acre under my name down there. This is, pretty good real estate. I mean, it's due to the fact that we are in, European Union and Schengen zone and Eurozone. So the real estate is, that's not a bad place. Central western Croatia, close to, so yeah, there, over there you have Slovenia, about 20-30 miles, and then so here are the vineyards. Now these old vineyards here, this used to go all the way over this hill. Used to be my grandfather had vineyards here, and so yeah, this is pretty interesting. And then the other side here, on the other side of the hill here, is my mom's cousin, Marco Matucci Cerinic. He's a doctor actually he lives in Florence. He's half Italian. Comes from also, father is of an old Fiorentino, Tuscan family, Matucci from Florence. Mom is Croatian, Cerinic here from, that's his part. And then this part is of father. It was mine from here. And the vineyards, and then also part of the vineyard, and then that's my cousin, and my cousin's house. So yeah, quite a bit. So I mean, there's land, and there's an acre of land on the other side there at Brusnik. So yeah, so Bencetici 47, Bencetici 47 of Draganici area. It's about 6 miles or so from Karlovac. And oh yeah, by the way, Bill Belichick, the famous New England Patriots coach, his family actually comes from right here, I think. Well, they were originally called Bilicic, by the way. I think Bilicic, serves me correctly, would be, their estate would be either on that side over there, but don't quote me, I'm not sure. Could be that, but I know they're around here. So Bilicic or Belichick. And actually, so Bill Belichick was actually right here about a few weeks ago, just freshly, I don't know, back in June at some point. So he got some kind of, I guess he did a lot for the Croatian, immigration and all that. And, I mean, he was born in the U.S., he's like second generation or something, but yeah, he did a lot for the Croatian Union, just like Grgic, who just died in like 101st or 102nd year. I think he was 101. I mean, he did humongous amount for wineries. He pretty much made Napa Valley and Zinfandel, the Croatian Zinfandel, for what it is. So, that's all thanks to Grgic and Grgic wines. So, yeah, pretty much. And yeah, Southern Colorado. He was known in Southern Colorado, St. Louis Valley, and definitely California. I mean, he pretty much made the Napa Valley. Anyways, so yeah, here are the leftovers of the vineyards. And here, and I can clearly say, kind of shame on me for letting this grow the way it did. And, due to the fact that I do live quite a bit away in most of the year in Colorado, it's kind of hard to take care of everything, and vineyards and agricultural things. And, not that I'm good at it, but I would probably do more of it if I had a better opportunity to do so. But anyway, so we are walking through the leftover. So this all here, it goes pretty much an entire acre here. That's also under my name. So, well, I allowed all this here to grow the way it is. And it's bad on me. But it is what it is. And, you know, I have to figure something out to take care of it. So, as I said, it's, you know, Eurozone, EU, Schengen zone, you know, central, western Croatia, the interior, you know, central western Croatia is actually, the demand is pretty high. So you see it goes all the way there, further out, and well, mosquitoes are here. Son of a bitch, the mosquitoes seem to like my blood. Cerenička plavka, the blue blood. Cereneo. Anyways, yeah, they're like the blue blood. Anyways, yeah, by the way, history of the Cerenic family that I'm talking about is, yeah, which is my grandpa, Cerenic Cereneo. There is some also connection with, long time ago, I'm talking about like 15th, 16th, 15th century, to Verona, Italy, northern Italy. So there's some connection with Italy there. And but they came to Brač, or at least they're known in Brač as nobility, dating back. And I actually had the whole 9 yards, the island of Brač off the coast of Split. The nobility ring and everything, that goes back to 1498. So yeah, in the 15th century. So 1498. And then in 1577, they built a lot of, there's a fortress built, I believe, in the town called Splitska. Not Split, but across from Split. There's a little town on the island of Brač called Splitska. And then Milna, Škrip, and a few Humac, Dolny Humac. There are a few places on Brač. And there's the Cerenic Cereneo Castle, Cerenic Kastel, Dvorac, which was built in 1608, yeah. And so quite a bit. I mean, you say Cerenic Cereneo in Brač, and it's a pretty big deal. As you can hear, the Church of Holy Juraj, where I had my son christened back in 2007, I believe, yeah, and September, October, yeah, September 2007. So that, yeah, mosquitoes are son of a bitch. But yeah, there's some history. And then there's a hill called Brusnik. Everybody in this area knows, but here's another interesting trivia regarding these Cerenic guys. My, grandfather and his father, Niko Cerenic, Dalmatian, right? And that's why I called my son Niko, after my great-grandfather. But he was the real winemaker. I mean, he made the, fortune back before World War One. This is 1900s, 1920s, 1930s. I mean, during the even like Kingdom of Yugoslavia, SHS, Srba, Hrvata, Slovenia, and all that time period. I think in the 30s, there's a. He won some kind of a 3-star Michelin, something, I don't know, about the best white wine. Also dark wine, red wine, but the best white wine in the Kingdom of Yugoslavia, circa, I believe, 1936 or 1937. So, yeah, it was a pretty big deal. And then there's the Hotel Central in the center of the old town, Karlovac. So yeah, there's quite a bit, history. But to go back to that hill, I can't see it from here. I'm trying to find Brusnik. The actual history of the name Brusnik comes from also Brač, believe it or not. So when Nikola Cerenic, 100 plus years ago, or 100 years, when he came here, he, bought this estate back in, late 1800s. I'm not sure exactly when. And, he did all the wineries and the whole, took care of the vineyards and whole thing. But in the early morning, you would see that hill, which unfortunately, from here, the fog, and it's really interesting to sleep here. The fog looks like the sea around that little hill, and off the coast of Brač. So you have Split, Croatia, and then you have the island of Brač, which is, I believe, second biggest island of the coast of Croatia. And on the other side, early in the morning, there's an atoll, a very interesting atoll called Brusnik, but they pronounce it Brusnik. And it's made out of some kind of black volcanic stone. Very interesting, very specific for Croatia and that kind of Adriatic, Alpine Adriatic. So between Italy and Croatia and the Adriatic Sea, you don't really have that kind of very interesting black volcanic rock, kind of like Iceland almost. And but anyways, the story goes he would wake up in the morning, my grandpa, grandfather, and he would call Brusnik after Brusnik, and then it was called Brusnik, but the local dialect here calls it Brusnik. So yeah, just some other interesting little trivia. And then the old house, as you can see here, it's a little, so leftovers of old, and then that's the interior. And then here's